Hey guys, welcome to Spotlight 814. It's Ryan Dolly here. We had the privilege of podcasting live from PACA on Friday night when they did their 2024-2025 season reveal. And we were pressed for time, so we didn't have much time to do an intro or interview too many people, but we have two interviews today. The first one is Betsy Butoryak, and she's going to talk a little bit about the upcoming show Getting Out, which opens next week. So here's Betsy Butoryak live from PACA on Friday night. I'm here with Betsy Butoryak and, of course, my lovely co-host, Brenna Thumler.
That's me. It's such a nice view today. It's a much better carpet than we usually have.
It's a much better carpet, yes. So we have 2 minutes to do this interview.
2 minutes, okay.
Yeah, we got a 2-minute warning.
Betsy.
All right, so Betsy.
Luckily, I do things quickly.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about Getting Out.
Okay, it is the story of a woman getting out of prison who has been in prison for 8 years for murder. And what it does is it parallels her life in prison and after she gets out of prison. So basically, we have two actresses playing the same character at the same time in two different times.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it does require you to pay attention because there's flashback scenes, there's times when there's a scene going on and the person in prison who is actually in the back of the main stage area, she's on a raised platform, so you can see her in prison all the time.
Okay.
And sometimes there's occurrences that happen on stage in different situations that she reacts to, and a lot of times she doesn't. And there are times when they'll make a comment that she'll say something in response to somebody else, but it feeds into the comment that's going on stage.
Okay. So
You really got to pay attention.
Yeah. So this is the story of a woman getting out of prison, and the other actress is playing her, but as like she was before she went to
8 years
prison,
younger.
right? Yeah. Okay.
And when she gets out of prison, she's of course confronted with people from her past life.
Yeah.
Her pimp shows up. Her mother, who is not exactly Mother of the Year and has not been a positive influence in her life, she shows up. The prison guard that drove her home has an influence on her. So there's all of these influences pulling her in so many different directions, and she's just trying to restart her life.
Yeah.
After being in prison. She was a very troubled girl and a lot of anger issues, things like that, and she's trying to control that, and all these outside influences are making it so difficult for her.
Right. And like part of the problem with the prison system is the lack of rehabilitation. So when people get out, they end up coming right back in, and she's trying not to fall into that, correct?
Recidivism is a big problem. In fact, on our final show, which will be June 16th, we're going to have a panel of somebody from the women's prison in Cambridge Springs. We're going to have somebody from SafeNet and a couple other people that we haven't exactly nailed down yet, but we're hoping to have 4 people to do a talkback.
Okay.
To talk about basically the show was written in 1979, and we're placing it at that time. So there's even a rider in the program that I wrote that said, this is not indicative of what is occurring now. There have been strides. Back then you got out and it was like, here's your bus ticket, good luck.
Yeah.
Now they've got food stamps, they've got programs, they've got ways to get them, resituated, getting into the system and get into like normal life again.
Right.
So they have made huge strides.
That's great.
Will the panel also be here at PACA?
It's going to be after the last show.
After the last show, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got I heard the applause, so
Yeah,
I think that
me
means
too.
Mark is talking.
Yes.
So
Which means we have 15 minutes.
That's true. So tell us how people can get tickets and when the shows are running.
Okay. The show starts on the 31st of May. It runs till the 16th of June. We do a Friday and Saturday performance, then a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then a Friday, Saturday, and then a Sunday matinee.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So the talkback panel is at the matinee performance.
Okay, great. And how can we get tickets?
Go to PACA1505.org, and you can order your tickets there.
All right, don't go to PICA.
PACA.
PACA. PACA.
PACA, 1505.
You never know what you're going to get if you go to PACA1405.com. You don't wanna do
Hopefully
that.
you end up here.
Yeah, exactly.
If you cannot get through, we generally have ticket sales available at the door.
Okay,
so
great.
We got you covered either way.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Betsy.
Great.
Thanks, Betsy.
Thank you
And,
for taking the time. I appreciate it.
course.
And I hope people come to see it. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning play, and it's just beautifully written, and every thread of it attaches to something else. It's an amazing play. I'm very, very excited. My cast has been amazing. I have 2 people in it that have never done theater before.
Oh, great.
And so it's
That's
fun
awesome.
to see that. And you're going to see people that you've seen in other shows completely out of where you've ever seen them before.
Can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
Thank
Yep.
you, guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Betsy. We'll
Betsy.
see you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we're going to go listen to Mark talk for a while, for about 45 minutes, and then I'm going to sing something, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to do some more podcasting, I think.
Great.
Brenna might not be here, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm really sick right now.
Yeah, you got to get yourself better.
I wanted to make an appearance, and now I'm regretting it. So
Oh, yeah, you should go. You should go. All right, well, we'll be back. Once again, that's Betsy Butoryak from PACA. Thanks again to Betsy for joining us for a few minutes. Before I get into the interview with JD, we're going to talk a little bit about the whole season that has been revealed tonight. And we're going to start off with Pippin by Stephen Schwartz. That's going to be August of 2024. The Woman in Black by Stephen Malatrat and Susan Hill. That's October. Avenue Q by Jeff Marks and Robert Lopez, who, he did the music for Frozen. This is a little bit different. Avenue Q is very R-rated and hilarious. That's November. Whose Holiday by Matthew Lombardo is December 2024. God of Carnage by Yasmina Reza is January 2025. Two Across by Jerry Meyer. That'll be in February. Bat Boy the Musical. Music and lyrics by Lawrence O'Keefe, who you probably know from Legally Blonde the Musical. That's going to be in March. And I will be reprising my role as Bat Boy for the 3rd time. Man. Boys in the Band will be in April. The Price by Arthur Miller is June. Radium Girls by D.W. Gregory will be in July. And then they have 2 youth theater shows this year. Firefly Tales, A Night of Adapted Urban Legends, and She Kills Monsters. So a lot of great things going on at PACA. I'm going to sit down with JD and talk for just a few minutes, and we're going to see you guys next week. So thanks for joining us on Spotlight 814. Welcome back to Spotlight 814, live from PACA for the season launch party. I am here with JD Mizakowski. And what's up, man? How you doing? This is the 2nd time having you on the show.
I'm good. I'm excited to be here again. It's a different venue. It's a different time.
Yeah.
And those are all good things.
Yeah, I love doing this in this room. Like, if people could see this, it's so cool.
I often joked because we were here a lot for Long Day's Journey tonight.
Yeah.
So I call it like the 90s cafe.
I love it. Like,
it's very.
I've never been in this room.
There's lots of so for those of you that are not here, there's some church pews as seating. There's some couches. There's some trees with fairy lighting.
Yeah.
There's bric-a-brac extraordinaire. So it's if you want like a coffee house feel, come on Sundays to come see the PACA live shows.
Yeah. Those are great. So we just did the season reveal,
We did.
and there are 12 shows. Is that right? Is that including the
That's
youth
including
theater?
the student shows.
Okay, so
the
12
student
shows.
shows. That's a lot. I mean, for anyone, that's going to be a lot. That's a season and then some.
Yeah.
So it's exceptional. I absolutely have more than enough confidence in those involved with Mark and Casey and Aaron and Sarah that they're going to do amazing things. It's going to be a busy season.
Busy.
But I think that the workload is going to be spread out enough because, when you look at the PACA season, it's also a little bit different from some other people that, there's right now, as of right now, there's no repeat directors.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different people, and the workload is spread out. The season has more musicals than
3 musicals this year.
3 musicals.
3 big ones, too.
Three big, fun, weird,
I love it.
great musicals.
Pippin is one of my favorite shows.
I love Pippin.
I saw the revival.
I did
in New York,
not.
and it was incredible.
I fell in love with the original Broadway production that was like on TV with
Yeah.
with what's his name from
Jesus Christ Superstar. God, what's his name? Why can I not remember this now?
the Zoobilee Zoo guy.
The Zoobilee Zoo guy.
Yes,
He was in it?
yes.
Was he Pippin?
No. He was the first narrator, and the guy who was the great American hero. My goodness, what the hell was his name?
Hang on. Ben
Can I-
Vereen.
Yes, Brent Vereen was
Vereen,
the
yeah.
was the narrator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was in Jesus Christ Superstar. too.
Yes,
He was Judas.
yes.
He
Ben
was
Vereen.
Judas.
So that was one of his big parts, and then the Pippin was. Oh my goodness,
Christopher
he's-
Chadman.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
He's very sexual awakening.
It's such a good show.
I
It's-
love Pippin. So I mean, we have Pippin as a musical. We have Avenue Q.
The Erie premiere of
yes,
Avenue Q.
Yeah, so it's been done at Embro before.
It's done
It's
at-
been done at
at-
Meadville before, at the Academy, which
Mm-hmm.
does wonderful things. They did it fairly recently, but it's never been done in Erie proper,
Right,
let
right.
us say.
Yeah.
So for those of us that maybe are terrified of I-79 during the winter, this might be a little bit easier of a trek to go to.
Yeah. When is that one? That's in November, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had the thing in my hand, the pamphlet, and now it's gone.
It went away.
So it just walked away somewhere. So now I don't know all the dates, but we're doing that. There's Bat Boy.
And Bat Boy the musical, which I saw you in twice that many years ago.
God, that was I think the first time we did that was 2004.
I mean, I had hair then.
Yeah, you did. It was 2004 was the first time I did that. And I went into the Okay, so here's the story with that. I transferred to Gannon just before that in 2003, after my first year of college. And I went to my first audition for a musical at Gannon, which was Moby Dick the Musical.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
I did not get cast. So I saw in the paper in the showcase they had auditions coming up for Bat Boy.
When the showcase did those things.
When the showcase was cool and did stuff, which is why we're here now, because they don't. And I just talked to Sue Harrington recently. She's the one who reviewed Bad Boy for the
yes,
first time,
I
and she
remember Sue.
wrote
She
this
was lovely.
incredibly nice review about me. And like, it was my first time in the lead role. First time I spoke on stage, first time I sang by myself on stage, and she was so nice. And that's when the Times was doing something cool with the showcase. But I went and auditioned for Richard Davis at the Roadhouse, and like I remember walking into that room, and it's got like that like nasty brown shag carpet.
Oh my goodness.
And I was just like, what is this place? It looked like a porn studio, to be honest. And you gonna get that? Is it time to go?
Yeah, I can't believe it's me, and I apologize. I thought it was somebody else, and
There's nobody else in here.
No, I thought it was you to be for a second, and I apologize. I am a monster, and my phone was going, and Ryan's gonna have to re-edit this.
That's
He was
fine.
telling a gorgeous story.
That's fine. So like I was saying, like the shag carpet in the basement of the Roadhouse with like, it just looked like a porn studio. It was disgusting. And I go in there, and Richard Davis is sitting there, and I sang something, and then I ended up getting cast as Bat Boy, and I was like, what? So I buy the recording, and I listen to it, and I was like, I can't sing that. I can't do it. And Richard was like, that'll be fine. You'll be fine. We have a month before we start. He's like, you got this. So I taught myself how to sing by singing along to that cast recording. So to do it 20 years later is crazy.
Well, I'm one of those people that is someone who's like, well, you did it before. Just go on to do something new. You're past your prime. You can't do it anymore. but you can still do this show. One, you still look great. Two, I mean, he's Bat Boy. How long has he been in the cave? I mean,
Yeah, he could be like 40.
right?
We don't know.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, he's bad boy. I mean, yes, it's one of those things that I'm just like, I can't see anyone doing this part but you, and I'm excited. Often I see productions and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to see that again. It's been long enough. I want to see this show again. I want to see, and as far as, for what PACA is doing, and this isn't disparaging anybody else, because, there's different models of theater. There's different ways that people do things as far as what is able to keep them afloat and what is able to sustain them. And sometimes that means that you have to do a certain show a number of times, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's a model that works. But I'm happy that there's a model in Erie that, as we are looking at it tentatively, that, we're looking at a show like this. So Avenue Q will be a first-run show. I don't know, we haven't talked much about the rest of the season. Radium Girls will be a first-run show.
Yeah.
It's never been seen in Erie before.
Yeah.
God of Carnage has been done in the area in different capacities, but hasn't been done as a full-length production before.
It is going to be done. They're in rehearsals for it right now at the Barrow in Franklin, but not in Erie.
Right. So I mean, that's a whole thing. Is the fact that you can sit there and say, like, these are things that you're not going to maybe see somewhere. I mean, maybe you can see them somewhere else, but maybe you can't.
Maybe.
So again, Avenue Q is not the newest show in the world.
No, it's not.
And
it came out the same year Wicked did.
And it hasn't been done in Erie before.
Yep.
So, it's going to be accessible for a number of people to be available and see. So, like, it's great. And, not to toot my own horn too much, if we get to do Woman in Black.
Yeah.
And I only say that if in the sense that it's a show that the rights are pending.
It's pending. Yep.
It just came off the West End. It's one of the longest running shows in the West End. We're promoting it now. We have our fingers crossed. The audience can cross their fingers too.
Yep. And you will be directing that one.
I will be directing that one. It's a spooky show, so Josh does spooky shows.
Josh does spooky shows.
Josh
we like
does
that.
spooky shows.
Ryan likes spooky shows.
So, if we don't, we'll find something great to do instead. But the fact is, we're doing our best to bring Erie some really great stuff that, if you're in a city of our size, you just don't get to see elsewhere.
You don't, yeah.
And I hope that Erie appreciates it enough.
Yeah. Well, I know you have dinner reservations. And,
I do, but, like, I just want to say, first of all, thank you. Like, thank you for doing this as a podcast and being here tonight, showcasing any and all venues, because you do that. You showcase everyone who wants the time. You are happy to do that. And let's keep promoting everyone in every way possible that we can show how great Erie is.
Absolutely.
There's people that want to say that we're the mistake on the lake, that we're dreary Erie.
They don't know.
Fudge them. Fudge them with not good fudge.
Fudge.
Not good fudge, not the quality fudge on, like, 3rd and State, the candy shoppy. No, like year-old crappy fudge them.
Pittsburgh fudge.
Yes, exactly. So,
if you're listening in Pittsburgh, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I mean like Detroit fudge.
Yes, Detroit.
Yeah, let's go Detroit.
There's also nuts to Detroit. So, like, let's keep doing what we're doing, and let's support everyone, and let's all just try to be really good to each other and do amazing things.
This community is too small to have animosity and things like that. We just need to be good people to each other and have fun and make some art.
Yes, let's take the note of a local Pittsburghian, of Mr. Fred Rogers, and just be good neighbors.
Yeah, that's a good spot to end this in. That's good.
That's all I got.
I love it. Thank you, Josh, and I hope everything works out with The Woman in Black. Keep us posted on that, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Mwah.
Love you, man.